victims of a system that makes men torture. I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful. But we have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical. Our cleverness to do, what to think, or what to feel? Who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder? Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men, machine men with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines, you are not cattle, you are men. You have the love of humanity in your hearts. You don't hate, only the unloved hate, the unloved and the unnatural. Soldiers, don't fight for slavery, fight for liberty. The 17th chapter of Jubilee is written, the kingdom of God is within man, not one man nor a group of men, but in all men, in you. You, the people, have the power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us all unite.
America, we are back, baby. Welcome to another episode of America Unfiltered. Glad to be back with you guys here on Monday. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. Hope you had a terrific weekend. I know I did. Very fun, very exciting stuff happened this weekend. We did a surprise weekend show. I was planning to originally just save my Jubilee recap for Monday today, but I did it yesterday. I gave you guys a little special treat, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I think we delivered. And we're going to be doing another special episode today. We're going to have Enya on from the Jubilee episode. She was on the show last week as well, so excuse me. If you're new to the show, you might not know her, but if you have been watching the show, you've seen her here before. Enya's hilarious. Enya's great. Enya's based as fuck. Very excited to have her on the show today. She should be joining us in about 15-20 minutes or so. We just have a little bit of news that I do want to go over beforehand. But after, we're going to have her on. We're going to talk. I even invited the other two people who are on my side. I actually just got a text from one of them. Let's see what... No. Okay, so it's just going to be me and Enya. The other two are working right now. They're on Cali time, so they're on a little bit of a different time zone. Makes it a little bit harder. But I'm excited to have Enya on the show with us later today. And like I said, we have a lot of different things to talk about before we get into everything about the Jubilee stuff. But I hope you guys had a good weekend. I got to see some family. It was a good time. Watched the Jubilee video. Sunday, did a little live stream when I did that. I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know who... I don't know. I don't know who fucking did it. But somehow I had 1,500 live viewers on Kick during the show. And we also ended up on the front page of Kick during it. Huge fucking W. Huge W with that. Like, fucking awesome. Let's go. Someone just asked, any you mingle tonight? Maybe. I didn't have anything planned, but let me see how I'm feeling towards the end of the show. Maybe. Someone goes, I know you talked about it, and I was going to leave a comment, but I figured I would wait till you were live. Holy Ebonics on the black girl. Dude, I told you, but it's like crazy. Let's talk about that for a second, then we'll get into the news. The black girl, and I'm sure I'll talk about it with Enya. The black girl on the Jubilee episode, her name was Sharon. Sharon, I know. For my future black wife, such a perfect name, right? But she spoke in straight Ebonics, literally just straight Ebonics, my EBT and shit, like that. But every fucking point she hit was on the fucking money, and I was like, oh my, like, look at you, you're gorgeous, holy. No, I'm kidding. But it was awesome. It was so cool. You rarely see that. You're like, wow, you really are one of the good ones. You're like, holy, you give me hope in the black community. You, I want you, like Uncle Sam had. I pick you, I want you. That's how I was looking at it right after. I was like, oh my, come here, give me a hug. Give me a hug, sweetheart. Give me a kiss. No, I'm kidding. Kidding. But it was hilarious. It's like, you're sitting there. I'm the only white guy on the pro I side. I'm already like, okay, what the fuck's going on here? And then the black girl just starts spitting. And she starts spitting everything's facts. And I'm like, okay. Someone fucking put the AC on in here. I'm already sweating. This is crazy. But yeah, so we're gonna have Enya on the show tonight. I'm sure we'll talk a little bit about the Jubilee episode, the recap of it. But like I said, I have some other stuff I want to cover before we get into all that. So before we do anything, please remember to like, smash the follow button, leave a comment. We read all the comments at the end of each show. Rate the show 5 stars on Spotify. Follow me on X, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, Rumble, whatever platform you are watching on. Join my Telegram channel by scanning the code up in the corner. And check out our merch shop, autv.shop. Get all your merchandise. We got mugs, sweatshirts, shirts, quarter zips. Replace your shitty MAGA hat. Fuck MAGA. Replace it with an AUTV hat. I mean, you're going to be out at the bar. You're going to be out lurking somewhere. And they're going to be like, huh, I see a red hat. Let me go talk to that guy. And then they're going to see it's an AUTV hat, not a MAGA hat. Then they're going to strike up a conversation and be like, oh, what's AUTV? And you're going to be like, sweetheart, let me tell you about Israel. Let me tell you about Israel and the 19th Amendment, and let me tell you about how our country is in the shitter. Let me tell you about how this country is so fucked up right now. Let me tell you about what we're doing wrong in this nation. That's how you want to get a wife? That's how you get a wife, guys. You have to red pill. No, I'm kidding. If you try and red pill women at the bar, that's crazy. That's crazy. Like I said, the way to get women and the way to talk to women, and this is me being real, you treat them like children. I mean, that is the reality. If you treat like a grown woman like she's a 5-year-old, I promise she'll respond better than if you treat her like she's an adult. It's just how women operate, because women are just very large children. That's all they are. Women are just very large children. Their brain works the same at the very least. I mean, it's crazy. If you ever have a conversation with a woman, the whole time you're just thinking, it's like, wow, this is the inside of a 6-year-old. This is retarded. This is crazy. But yeah, imagine you pull up, you have the quarter zip, you have the hat, you know, you drank out of your mug earlier that day. Imagine how much swag, imagine how much aura you have in that moment. I don't know. Maybe. I'm just saying, if you want to get women, treat them like kids. I don't know how we transitioned from the website to treating women like children. But, this is just some old wisdom from Unkir. Treat them like children. It is what they want. It's all they want, to be honest. All women want is to be treated like children. They scream, they cry, they're emotional. Like, women are just big children. That's the real fucking red pill over everything. But okay, let's go into our news, because we did have some smaller news stories, and then there's one bigger news story, but we're kind of going to save that tomorrow. I'll briefly touch on it right now, but we're not going to go too far into it. Like I said, I'm going to talk about it for a minute, and then we'll talk about it more tomorrow. But with the Iran war conflict, that's kind of the big thing that, you know, a lot of people are going to be thinking about, and people are wondering about, like, what the fuck's happening over there. And if you want to know what's happening over there, just listen to what the fuck I said last week, because it's exactly what happened over the weekend. Last week, I predicted this to a T. I said that Donald Trump made the threat of nuclear war, threatening to pretty much wipe out the entire Iranian civilization, and then he didn't follow through, and I'm very glad he didn't. That's a fucking awful threat to make. And he said he was going to do it because the Strait of Hormuz was closed, which, for people who don't know, was open before the war even started. So the goalpost has moved so much that winning the war is now reopening something that was already open before the war started. Total fucking retardation going on in our government. But I said to you guys, I said Donald Trump's going to go out at some point and say, the Strait of Hormuz is open, blah, blah, blah. It's not fucking open. I reported on it last week. And then I'm talking to people this weekend. I'm talking to like my old boomer grandpa. And he's like, you hear they closed the Strait of Hormuz again? Trump's going to be pissed. And I'm like, dude, brother, come on. Grandpa, how many times do I have to teach you this lesson, old man? It's just crazy. It's crazy. It's like, how many times do I have to teach you this lesson? Trump's a pussy. Trump's a pussy. This war is going nowhere. This war is for Israel and the Jews. It's not for us. We are goyim to them. We are nothing to them. They look at us and they spit. They spit at us. My grandpa's like, oh, Trump's going to be pissed at this one. It's like, yeah. He's really going to be pissed. What's he going to do? What the fuck's he going to do? He's going to threaten to nuke him again and not do it? Okay, who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? What I'm worried about is getting us out of the Middle East. I'm not worried about whether Trump's going to be pissed or not over the consequences of his own fucking retarded actions. It's just crazy. But that's what's going on over there. That about sums it up right now. We're being raped, robbed, and looted throughout the world, mainly in the Middle East right now. Donald Trump is the one who is allowing it to happen. Donald Trump's kind of just sitting in the cuck chair watching us get raped. Bibi Netanyahu's raping us. Like, I'm trying to set the scene. So, like, you're bent over on the bed. Bibi Netanyahu's taking you from behind while Mossad agents are pinning you down. And then Donald Trump is just sitting there while J.D. Vance, like, strokes him off. Like, that's the scene that you guys have to envision. Like, that's what's happening. We are being raped by everybody. We're being raped by the right. We're being raped by the left. We're being raped by Israel. I can't get a break from it. Like, all my life, I've just been a rape victim to Israel. It's like, okay, like, can I get a fucking break? Like, whose welfare check do I have to cash to get a fucking break from this rape? Like, come on, dude. Like, what's going on here? It's crazy. But okay, let's move on from the Iran war. We'll talk about that more tomorrow. That will be our featured at-length story we do tomorrow when we don't have a guest on the show. But we have about 10. I realize I've just talked for 10 minutes about fucking Bibi Netanyahu raping me. Okay, so we're going to move on to the actual news, which actually does involve Bibi Netanyahu. There's two stories that I want to or three stories I actually want to. Can I talk about 3 stories in 10 minutes? Maybe. We're going to try. 3 stories I want to talk about. So one story is of a Jesus statue getting smashed in Lebanon by the IDF. So the IDF, Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, Ben Shapiro, Josh Hammer, Mark Levin, Laura Loomer, they want to talk about Judeo-Christian values and how America was founded on Judeo-Christian values, even though that's a political term from the 1900s. They want to talk about how they go hand in hand together, even though they're oxymoron. Like, it's an oxymoronic term. One accepts Christ as their Lord and Savior and says Christ is King. The other says Christ is King is anti-Semitic and that Jesus was just a Jew who tried to lead a revolt against the Romans, got killed for his troubles. One completely rejects Jesus and makes fun of him and mocks us. And one calls Jesus Christ King. And they want to say that these religions mix well. No. No, sorry. No. Not buying it. I'm not stupid. I'm not retarded. I might joke around a little bit. I might be a little silly, but I'm not fucking retarded. No, not going to accept the Judeo-Christian values. That's not a real fucking thing. It's just retarded. But they want to talk about it nonstop. They want to be like, oh, the Judeo-Christian values are what uphold America and Western civilization. It's like, okay, what are Judeo-Christian values? Like, is this right here, is this Judeo-Christian values? When an IDF, a Jewish IDF soldier, smashes the fucking head of a Jesus statue in Lebanon, when they're bombing Christians in Lebanon, and then they go out of their way to take down the statue of my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, and hit him in the head with a fucking mallet, that's Judeo-Christian? That's Judeo-Christian right there? Yeah, I want no part of that. Sorry, I'm totally fucking out. If it wasn't clear before, I hope it's clear now. I'm fucking out. I don't want in on the Judeo-Christian bullshit anymore. It's a bill of lies they sold to the American public for a very long time, but it is not true. They are two very different religions with two different value sets. And they want to try and say that they work together to try and defeat radical Islamists. Okay, what about radical Judaism? Because that's what this is. This is radical Judaism. You don't see Muslims doing this. You want to know why? Because Muslims accept Jesus as a prophet. And again, I'm not pro-Muslim. Fuck them. I don't care. Say whatever you want about them. Towel heads. I don't give a shit. Call them whatever you want. I don't fucking care. I'm not pro-Muslim by any means. I'm a Catholic. But at the very least, they accept Jesus Christ as a prophet, and they don't shit on him and smear his fucking name. They actually find that disrespectful and disgusting. The people in Iran called out Israel over this. You had the entire world condemning Israel over this right here. You brought together countries who would never come together over this right here. Countries who weren't even mad that you were slaughtering kids are mad about this. That's how fucking crazy this is. It's fucking absurd. It is so fucking crazy that they do this. And sure, Bibi Netanyahu did come out and condemn it. We're not gonna just ignore facts just to make the, like, fuck Israel side go harder. Bibi Netanyahu did come out and condemn it. But does that mean that he's actually upset about it? No, it doesn't mean anything like that. All it means is that he doesn't want to lose the United States support more than he already has. He knows if he has to go out and issue one apology for something that he didn't do, he doesn't give a shit. He doesn't actually care about this. He's not upset about this. He's not actually mad at the IDF soldier. The IDF soldier who did this, guess what's going to happen? He'll be cut from the IDF. But guess what will also happen? Behind closed doors, this guy's going to get a fuck ton of money. A fuck ton of money. Whether it's from Bibi Netanyahu or people in the Israeli government or other just rich Jewish benefactors, whoever it is, somebody's going to line this guy's fucking pockets pretty shortly. And I'd imagine that will happen. It's just so fucking, it's awful. It's disgusting. It's grotesque. This is repulsive. This is blasphemous. You are going to take my Lord and Savior and hit him in the fucking head with a hammer? It's so fucking disgusting, and it's even more disgusting that Donald Trump has the balls to keep defending this fucking country. Again, fuck Donald Trump for acting like a pussy, fuck the entire MAGA and GOP, and fuck Israel for continuing to do shit like this. They allow this to happen. They enable Israel to continue doing this by letting them play the victim card every fucking day. All they do is play the victim card. Every time something doesn't go their way, anti-Semitism, the Holocaust. It's like, okay, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I'm tired of hearing about the fucking Holocaust. I'm tired of hearing about something from 80 fucking years ago that I don't give a shit about. Sorry, I'm fucking tired of it. I don't fucking care. I really don't fucking care at all, actually. It's not even like it's just crazy. I hate even talking about it because it's not even one of the biggest genocides. It's not even the big, like, it's just, you look at the biggest genocides and it's like, okay, it's not even it. It's like, why is this the most prominent one? It's not the biggest genocide by any means. Not even top 3. But then you look it up, you like it, or not look it up. You go on like AI or something, right? You go on AI and you ask it like, what's the worst genocide of all time? Every time. You will not be able to convince it to say anything else besides the Holocaust. And it's because who it's programmed by, who it's written by. And it's just fucking crazy. Like, I even showed one day on the show. Maybe I'll even... No, we got a guest coming out. I don't have time to set it up now. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. But if you take the ChatGPT logo, right? If you just take the logo and you, like, overlay 2 of them. Like, you take two of the logos, you overlay them, and then you just flip one of them. It literally makes the Israeli star. It makes a Star of David. It's like, it's hidden in plain sight. It's right there for everybody to fucking see. Who owns them? Sam Altman. Who is Sam Altman? Sam Altman is a Zionist Jew. It's just crazy. All roads lead to Israel, always. That's why you gotta buy the Israel Did It sweatshirt, because 9 times out of 10, that sweatshirt's right. 9 times out of 10, that sweatshirt's going to be correct. I don't want to rush this topic, because this is a sad one, but we do only have like 5-6 minutes before she hops on, so I do want to go over to our next topic, but I just want to say, this is the most disgusting fucking thing I've seen. One of the most disgusting things I've ever seen happen. And for it to come from the country that we call our greatest ally, it's like, okay, fuck this country. But let's go on to this, because if you guys haven't heard before, let me tell you what the story is, and then we'll watch that really quick. But I've made the joke on the show before, but now it's fucking criminalized, and people even have talked about it in my comments, but the Netanyahu joke, the Netanyahu, if you can hear me, my bitch ex-girlfriend is 2 weeks away from a nuclear weapon. Netanyahu, if you can hear me, my bitch ex-girlfriend is 2 weeks away from a nuclear weapon. That joke is now borderline fucking illegal. Or at least one girl got arrested for it. We're going to talk about it. So this one girl made a joke in a in a group chat. Wait, give me a sec here. What the fuck? I start trying to do the big Yahu joke, and I immediately, Mossad just fucking shoots me with their Goy laser from space, starts making me choke. Just crazy. But okay, this young woman made a joke in a group chat, in a group chat with like a few hundred people, saying like, Benjamin Netanyahu, if you can hear me, drop a bomb on like this building, like, because it was a bunch of people who were making annoying noises or some shit. And she got arrested for it. And, like, I kind of understand, like, saying, like, hey, drop a bomb on this building at this school. Like, I get why that's not, like, a great statement. But at the same time, it's like, if you've been on the internet for more than a minute, you know it's a joke. Like, it's so fucking clearly a joke. And one thing I also want to point out that we're going to watch is the judge that is there sentencing her. The judge is a Jewish judge who is extremely strict with her. But then I'm going to show you a second video of her with a black criminal, a repeated offender black criminal, and how lenient she is with it. It's just crazy. It just shows you exactly where these people are at. It's fucking disgusting. But let's go watch this. And then after this, we're going to have Enya on the show. We'll just do the third topic tomorrow. It wasn't anything big. It was, there's a reporter who was assaulted over something. But maybe I'll talk about it with Enya. I'm not sure. But okay, let's go and watch this right here. So this is the text she sent. Netanyahu, if you can hear me, drop some bonbons for us capstone students in Ocean Bank Convention Center. Netanyahu, if you can hear me, drop something with a B and ends with a B and has an O and an M in it in Ocean Bank Convention Center. Like, that's so funny. Netanyahu. Imagine being in a group chat with 200 people and you fire that off and one of them reports
in a WhatsApp group.
Crazy. Just absolutely insane. But okay, let's go. We're going to watch this clip really quick.
In a WhatsApp group chat of about 215 students, where students were discussing an event that was to take place Friday at the Ocean Bank Convocation Center on campus to make their capstone presentations. An FIU police officer read some of the statements in court.
The exact words utilized was, there's going to be a bomb in the Ocean Bank Convocation Center, and it's going to be at Jonathan's fault, one of the members in the chat.
7 News obtaining some bits of that chat. It seemed the student wanted the event rescheduled and wrote, quote, Netanyahu, if you can hear me, drop some bonbons for us capstone students in Ocean Bank Convention Center. I
just saw Whippet's chat come through. She goes, what's up, brother? Great stream. Let's go, Whippet. You're the best. Let's go. Oh, I see. Forbidden dog breed. What's up, man? Whippet. How we doing, Whippet? You're the best. Good to hear from you.
Students wrote they didn't take that text lightly. She later in the chat wrote, quote, I wrote a dumb joke that should not have been made.
I can understand your position, Ms. Corey, and you're saying this is a joke, but to an objective person, it's not a joke, and there would be enough for probable cause. I'm not saying it's enough for beyond a reasonable doubt. I don't know what the state's going to be able to prove at trial, but for purposes of this hearing, I believe there is enough for probable cause.
There is enough for probable cause. Just crazy. Here, watch her with a black guy now. Let's see how she is.
Hi, Mr. Booth. How are you?
How you doing, ma'am? Okay, ma'am.
49-year-old Arthur Booth is a career criminal, charged with burglary, grand theft, fleeing, and resisting arrest.
You have actually 3 arrest affidavits: reckless driving, damage to property, leaving the scene of a crash with serious injury.
With no serious injury.
I'm sorry, no serious injury.
Okay.
After questioning, Judge Glazer explains the terms of his bond.
The bond on count 1 is $7,500.
But the judge notices something familiar about this defendant.
Okay, Mr. Booth, I have a question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you go to Nautilus for middle school?
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
I'm sorry to see you there. I always wondered what happened to you, sir.
Oh, my goodness.
This is the nicest kid in middle school.
Oh, my
You
goodness.
don't have to watch the whole fucking video, but you guys get it. Because I just heard she just popped in the Discord too, so I'm going to switch over to that in a minute. But you guys get it. It's basically, she's very sympathetic with this career criminal black. But then there's this one girl who's a college-age girl who just makes a fucking online popular internet joke. Like, there's one guy whose entire channel is making videos saying, Benjamin Netanyahu. And then he fucking does, like, it's just crazy. It's absolutely insane to criminalize this behavior or just fucking jokes in general. Like, the left always wants to talk about tyranny and, like, all this bullshit. And, like, your fascism 30 fucking times on the Jubilee episode. This is real tyranny. Punishing somebody for making a fucking joke is retarded. Saying that there's probable cause is retarded. It's crazy. Someone goes, she went viral for that 5 years. Yeah, I remember that clip from 5 years ago. That's also one of the reasons I was like, we don't have to watch this. I'm like, everybody's seen this. Like, this was like an Ellen video like 5 years ago. Everybody has seen this. But okay, we're going to welcome on our guest, Enya. Let me get her in right now. I'm very excited. I feel bad. She's been waiting for like 2 minutes. I just saw. So, okay, we're going to start everything with Enya. Jubilee recap. Hope you guys are excited for it. I'm very excited. Enya is the fucking greatest. Let's see. Let's get her in here. Here. How do I get my camera? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go. Let me just resize this on my stream so it looks a little better.
Awesome.
How are you doing, though? Let's hear from you. How are you doing while I'm doing this?
Better lighting. I'm doing great.
Better lighting.
I'm really fired up after watching yesterday's episode. I had now like a whole day now to think about it and to process it and to really reflect on all that. But
it was this, in my opinion, the shittiest editing job ever. The shittiest editing job on a Jubilee video. I mean, like, there's so much left out. Like, when I did my first Jubilee, they didn't leave nearly as much out of it. They put a lot more in it, especially from, like, the side that they don't like. Like, it's very obvious Jubilee is a left-leaning company. But they sometimes give a fair shake, and I feel like we didn't get a fair shake with the editing job from a time perspective. I mean, I put it in AI, and they were 70% of the entire thing. It's like, that's over double. That's pretty crazy.
It is crazy, and they didn't fact check both sides, and I think probably because if they had fact checked the other side, they would have come out so wrong in multiple levels that it would have probably destroyed whatever narrative they were trying to pull there. So
I mean, they literally tried to say that every single illegal who was detained was fed maggots, and I'm like, that's retarded. Like, you can maybe find one, maximum 2 examples of that, but saying that every one of them is like that's the equivalent to just me saying like all black people are criminals. It's retarded.
Right. Most exaggerated worst case scenario that didn't happen to every single detainee. No, so they want to make it like it's for every single one, and it was bullshit.
Yeah, it was I don't know, in my opinion, not the best editing job, but I don't know, I'm fine with how it came out. I thought we got our point across. And in the end, like, what was that?
We still won in the debate, as in, the end, even if the editing was bad, if you just at least listen to all the facts that we were saying, we come out on top.
Well, that's the thing with, like, the Jubilee stuff. It's like, nobody watches it, and they're like, you know what? That was a great point. I'm going to switch sides completely. Like, there's nobody on the right who watches it, and they're like, you know what? I'm a fucking liberal now. Or, like, vice versa. It just doesn't exist. So I feel like most of the people go in and watch it. They know what their ideology is. They know what they're looking for. But you can tell that the majority of viewers of Jubilee are also fairly liberal as well.
Yeah, from the comments. I could totally see that from the comments. I had a good time going on the comments and I guess trolling them when they said something dumb down there, but they hated you in the comments. You're the number one most hated guy in the comments. And
by far, because I was saying some crazy shit too, especially on Instagram.
But they were hating you without even explaining like what it is that you said. Like what is it? Why are you a white supremacist? Why are you a fascist? They didn't ever actually say exactly what you said. Maybe they did the whole misogyny sweetheart thing, but I even said,
so funny.
So like, have you ever been called a sweetheart? Like most women want to be called sweetheart, even.
That's a great way to spin that.
Yeah.
Because it is a little misogynist, I'm not going to lie, but it's funny in my mind.
But it's only her fault for being offended by words.
Exactly.
Why are you offended by words?
This is why we love you, Enya. This is why we love you, Enya. You're amazing. But yeah, it's so... Well, I was definitely trying to get myself in trouble in the comments, because, like, one of the guys goes, they always find the craziest guy in a suit to say the craziest shit. And then someone goes under, they're like, yeah, I thought this was going to be a normal episode, and then the guy in the suit goes, like, hold my clan hood. And then I just comment under it, and I go, thanks for holding my hood for me. And the guy immediately starts, like, DMing me on Instagram. He's like, you fucking Nazi, you fucking clan member. And I'm like, dude, fuck off. And then the girl, I don't know her fucking name, not the two who cried, the
media chick.
Sweetheart, that one.
Sweetheart.
Yeah, Sweetheart. she commented something on Instagram, and then I commented, like, just calling her stupid. Like, I'm pretty much just like, okay, sweetheart, you're still stupid. And then she kept commenting. She goes like, okay, quiet, piggy. And I say, it's crazy to call me piggy when you could lose 20 pounds yourself. Immediately, I got a restriction. Could no longer tag her in a comment. Could no longer mention her. I was like, that's crazy.
You should have asked her to come on this. This stream.
I said to her, I said, why? And then she said, she's like, I'm better at debating. She said some variation of like, I'm better at debating than you. And then I said, okay, come on live stream unedited and let's debate and let's really find out. And then she goes, I'm not debating you again.
They're always like that. They're gonna only go into places where they know that the majority of who's gonna be watching is gonna support her. You know, that's actually like a basic liberal tactic, honestly.
Yeah, no, I mean, liberals are retarded because they have to hold each other's hands through everything. Like, one thing I noticed specifically, and I don't know if you noticed it, but like after the Jubilee thing ended, after like we stopped filming and we all like left the big set room, all the liberals piled in one room and they're all like hugging each other and they're crying and they're all like consoling each other. And then me and you guys were all literally just like, you guys want to get a drink? We're just like, you guys want to go fire a couple drinks really quick?
Yeah, it's because we're not emotional losers who need emotional support from one another. What do we need emotional support for? We killed it. We did great. We had a great debate. We were willing to shake their hands, right? That's an emotional support tactic, where, hey, we debated, we didn't agree, let's shake hands. No, not for them. Not for them. But hey, we're ready to go have a drink and have a good time and celebrate the great talk.
Yeah, I knew they weren't gonna shake my hand at the end. Like the second they were like, okay, go shake hands, I was like, that's why I jumped up so fast. I'm like, there's no way they're gonna do it, and I want that to be on camera. So I immediately just went up to I don't know if she was autistic or jacked up on SSRIs, but the fucking the crier, the freak. I went up and I went right in front of her because I'm like, she's gonna deny it immediately.
Yeah.
And the chain will go on, and I thought it came out exactly how I wanted it to. I thought it looked good. Yeah.
I mean, they couldn't edit everyone, right? So they had to keep some of the good stuff in there, and I think it was great. I think they didn't capture the best, the crying, the way that the black chick was hey, rubbing her back,
Can you confirm that the one girl was crying for about 2 out of the 4 hours?
Yes.
It's crazy.
Half the time, all she did was cry. They barely showed it. They showed it a little bit with the family separation. My favorite
family. It's like, okay,
and then the three of us are just like, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I will. I'll personally do it.
I love how they're all like, oh, you're in the comments, like, you're gonna get deported because you're Asian, you're a minority. I'm like, I'm a motherfucking citizen. I'm not
it's so crazy.
there.
It's so crazy because they all just kept saying oh, but what about what are you gonna do if they try and detain you one day? I'm like, oh, I'll pull up my license. I'll show them that I'm a citizen because I'm not a total fucking retard. And I even agree with the point. It's like, if you're a citizen in America but you can't figure out how to obtain an ID, honestly, get the fuck out of my country. I'm fine with deporting you. They make that argument. They're like, what do we do? It's like, I don't know. I don't want retards in my country.
Yeah. Well, at least I don't want the retards to vote. I am fully a big supporter of someone who can pass some kind of minimum level IQ, maybe, and at least a civics test.
Yeah.
Have a basic understanding of the government and an intelligence test, and, maybe you'll have the right to vote. And don't forget to bring your ID when you vote. Just like when you buy alcohol, just like when you learn how to drive, you need to be tested and you have a license.
Yeah.
It's all very simple. I don't know how that guy Jay turned the fucking license into, like the Jews, like the Nazis or whatever.
That was so funny. That was crazy.
They just cut it off right after that. Every time we had a response, they would just cut it.
So
and I was
funny.
like, wow.
Yeah, because me and you both started dying laughing when he said that just in person. They cut that out. I'm like, damn, that was because I was, borderline tears laughing so hard at that when he was like, yeah, just like the Jews. It's like, dude, really? Really? Like, really? Like, do you want to go down the Holocaust rabbit hole, buddy? I don't think you want to do that with me. I'm a groiper. I study World War II. It's just so crazy. But I don't know. I thought Sharon, they put Sharon in, like, such a good light because, like we said, Jubilee is super liberal. So, like, even when it's a black girl who's on the right, they want to promote the non-white people the most. They want to promote all the, like, diversity. Like, if you ever notice, like, when you apply to Jubilee to be on a video, or when they ask you, or when they contact you, or even when you're there filming, how many white employees do you see? I saw none. Maybe one.
I literally am
Maybe
thinking, like,
one. But I don't think any. And that's my point. It's like, they don't fucking like white people. Like, the lady who
They're
runs
full of
it.
Asians. Jubilee is full of Asians. You look at
Well,
their
that's
team.
California. That's the West Coast in general. Anywhere from Vegas to LA is Asian city.
I learned something new. I'm all the way here in the East Coast, but we're told the black people. That's why I understand all of Sharon's Ebonics. I gotta give, just to go back there. I'm gonna give the kudos to her. She is great. I don't care if, like, they, Jubilee made her look, whatever kind of way. She's great in my opinion. She got the last line about the maggots or something, which I don't think was the best last line to have, and I think that was purposeful too. But she was great. If you can just look past how she said it, or you have, like, a little Ebonics translator or something, then you just get to the what you're saying. She's so good.
I loved her. I thought she was great.
In the comments, there's a lot of supporters for her, like the next Candace Owens or whatever, and I'm like, well, there has to be a Candace Owens every now and then.
What's your opinion on Candace Owens? I'm curious.
Not a fan. I'm not a fan.
Me too.
I know that, she's anti-Israel, much like you are.
I find her to just be really stupid.
I used to be a big fan, and then she just went down such a rabbit hole, especially after Charlie Kirk, that, maybe I, got too, like, emotional in my opinions about her, especially since I was a big fan of Charlie Kirk, so I was, very much involved in, looking at the news about, how things kind of unfolded afterwards. The Christian Catholic revival afterwards, that was amazing. I thought it was going to really unify the right. I think Candace had a part in kind of setting that back, especially, with the, Erica Kirk, Israel did it, Egyptian planes, all the random crap.
I think it just got so crazy when she started being like, Charlie astral projected to me in my dreams, and then, like, told me in my dreams that somebody betrayed him, and she's like, that's just not fake. And I'm like, well, a dream is definitionally fake. Like, it's not real. Yeah. The second you have to start telling a woman that her dreams are fake, that's the second you know she's crazy, that she's lost it all. When she starts believing her dreams.
Yeah. I honestly think that she doesn't even believe what she's saying. She's just a money grifter. I watched somewhere how much someone is making, how much she's making with her sponsorships, with her advertisements and everything, and it's like millions per video. Like, and she's got that rich husband, like the Lord,
George Farmer,
whatever.
So he's worth like $250 million. They met for 2 weeks on Zoom and got married.
I know. That was wild. So, if I don't like her. I used to like her. I don't like her. And,
I'm kind of with you there. I'm with you there for sure. I find Candace to just be a retard. Like, I look at some people who do media and I'm just like, you just don't know anything. Like, not only do you not know anything, but, like, you look at your own dreams and think they're real. I'm like, you have to just be a retard. And then you do the math on it, and you're like, okay, the average IQ of a black woman's like 85 in America. What are the chances that Candace Owens is like that sole star who's just out there in the 120 range?
Well, you know what? They need a minority black person on the right. She's no longer even on the right. I don't know what she is, but there's a lot of people who say she's a black pillar. They like to put her actually in the same sphere as Nick Fuentes, Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly. That's kind of like where they group her.
Yeah, it's so crazy because, like, I would group Nick outside of all those people for sure. Like, Tucker's specific, definitely Tucker and Megyn Kelly. I mean, I think Tucker is afraid to go all the way, and that's one of my biggest problems with Tucker. He loves to like he loves to take a half measure. Like, he'll love to be like, oh, like, Israel did this. And, like, no, it's not because of anything besides the Israeli government. It's like, okay, just say what it actually is. Like, it's not all Jewish people, but just say because of the Talmudic verses in Judaism, like, this is the reason they're doing this. Because they believe it's morally correct because their Bible says so. Like, things like that. It's like, he's afraid to just, like, go the full mile and say, okay, it is a problem in America that we have too many Jewish lobbyists who are lobbying people like Donald Trump. Someone just followed on Twitch. Let's go. What a beast.
Well, you know,
he
I
seems
think a
to
lot
like
of that
you.
is just, yeah. Well, I'm so glad. I'm glad that I do something here. But you know, I just love to talk about, you know, I guess my opinions. I don't get a lot of people who I guess are willing to hear me say that, you know, I guess like as we talked about last time about the, you know, prisoner camps, but you know, I can only say that.
I like the prisoner camps idea. I mean, that's a fun one. I don't know how Sharon would think about it, but I like it. I like it, you know. Sharon's my new Black Queen. That's what I'm calling her from now on.
I would support that. I would totally support that. I think you guys would be. It would be so shocking to like the right and the left. It would only make you guys
I
just
got a
more
black
like,
wife just to shut people up about me being a racist.
how can you call me a
How can you
racist?
call me a
Look,
racist? I only call my wife the N-word when we're having sex, guys. I only do it when she's submitting.
that's fucking hilarious.
I don't do it when
I
I'm
need to
mad at
make the
her,
joke
only
somewhere.
when we're engaging.
In sexual relations. But yeah, but maybe she can come on in like, you know, sometime in the future. But
I want to get
it's
her
really
on this
she's
week.
going
It
to
would be
Florida,
so
which
funny.
means she's gonna be in the same time zone.
I know, she's coming to Florida. I kind of want to, when she's in Florida, if I could do an IRL stream with her, that'd be funny. That would be pretty funny. Just walk around the town with her. That would be fucking hilarious.
Give her the AU hoodie or something to represent you.
AU quarter zip. I'll treat her nice. I'll treat her nice and right. Someone goes, no mixed kids. yeah, I have to agree. I have to agree. I do have to agree. Sadly.
I
Maybe
can't
just go
believe
Muslim and I get a second wife and I make it the black chick. No, I'm kidding. That'd be crazy.
it's called inclusion. That's how we call it now. Inclusion.
Exactly. This is DEI. This is what DEI really is. I get my Italian wife and my black side piece. That's DEI at its finest. That's what we want when we say we're pro DEI.
Yeah, how can anyone call you a white supremacist out of that?
The guy was obsessed with the term white supremacist. Okay, let me ask you, do you think he was white, or what do you think that guy was? The big flannel fat fuck guy. The guy who looks like Ted Cruz's autistic, retarded brother.
I mean, in kind of the same way that you guys can't tell Asians and black people apart, sometimes it's hard to tell and differentiate different white nationalities.
But do you
And
think
I
he
feel
was
like a
white, or do
scruff.
you think he was like
He was
Spanish?
white. I don't believe that he
White?
was white. Yeah.
I couldn't
Why?
tell.
What did you think he was? He
I had
was like
no
a little
clue.
like,
Someone asked me, and I was like, you know what? I never thought about it. See, that's how not racist I am. I didn't even think to call him a slur because I didn't even think about his race. I didn't even think about his race
just
once.
retard. Retard is uniform for any race and any people who are retarded, no matter your skin color.
Yeah. No, I mean,
But
I just like, I don't use a lot of slurs, just to be clear. I only use them in traffic. Like, if I get cut off, I look at you and I'm like, what skin color are you? I want to correctly, I don't want to be rude. I don't want to, like, look at, you know, like a black guy cutting me off and call him a G. That would just be disrespectful to Indians. I will only call him that if it's an Indian who cuts me off. Like, you know what I mean?
You gotta check if what you're looking at matches the
Exactly.
stats in your head. Like, all right, that's 3 black people that have cut me off, 4 women, one.
I'm never
Australian.
going to misrepresent my racism. You know, I'm never gonna call the wrong person the wrong slur. Always 100% accuracy on my slurs at all times. That's what I aim for on this show.
Not a lot of Filipino slurs, so I guess the Filipinos, well, except Filipinos are the Mexicans of Asia. We're also actually called like the black people of Asia, which doesn't make any sense.
Black people of Asia.
Like,
I would say you're more based than most. I wouldn't call you the black of Asia.
I guess they really gotta label some kind of like an Asian culture as the blacker part. It's usually Philippines because we were invaded by Spain, so I guess that makes us the Mexicans. But you know, darker skin, we're by the equator, gotta turn it a little dark, then you're the black person now.
Yeah, that's great.
It
Italians
doesn't
were
matter
looked at
why.
as blacks too. I mean, my people were looked at as blacks, but the difference between the blacks, the actual blacks, and how the Italians acted, when the blacks were treated that way, they really overreacted. When the Italians were treated that way, what'd they do? They just went to work. They were like, okay, shut the fuck up. Let me go build the subways. Let me go build New York City, bitch. Like, get the fuck out of my way, retard. The blacks didn't do that. Like, if they just were like, you know what? I'm gonna fix the shitty parts of this city, we would love them. Like, we would love them all. If every encounter I had with black people was like really good, I would be stoked to see black people. But 90% of the encounters I have are shit. And it's like, okay, like, is this going to be a 90 or a 10% one whenever I see one? You know, that's
Like they have terrible attitudes in general. It's like first, like if anyone who's not black talks to them, even like especially me, maybe it's because I'm Asian, but like when I start talking to them, they're like put off, like they're kind of rude sometimes, especially like if I'm asking a question, and I've actually been told that it's because like of the way I speak, like I talk to them like too highly, maybe like I'm using words they don't know, which I kind of didn't want to say it like that, but kind of
no,
yeah,
it's okay. We're
kind of
very
yeah.
blunt and honest on this show.
Yeah, like no, if I'm using a word like dubious, and I guess black people don't know what dubious means or something.
They know doobie, not dubious.
Dubious. No, because I'm holding up like something in a grocery, and I'm like, and I see the expiration, and I look at the guy who works at the grocery. I'm like, oh, this kind of dubious, isn't it? And then like he looked at me like, pause, and I guess he didn't want to ask me what that meant, so I had to.
Second you left, he pulls out ChatGPT. He's like, the fuck is a dubious?
It's a doobie.
Happy 420? No, I'm kidding. Happy Hitler's birthday, by the way.
Happy Hitler's birthday.
Happy Führer's birthday, by the way.
No. It's like I guess this day was always meant for degeneracy, no matter what way you turn historically.
Yeah. Today's a wild day for sure. I mean, I don't know. I used to run a weed company in the past, so that used to kind of like in my former life. So I used to, this used to be one of my most profitable days of the year back in the day, actually. It's not anymore. I don't do it anymore, but back in the day,
not even just for
guy.
Business purposes, for the money.
Yeah, I would make good money on 420. It would just be all business all day. All business all day. It'd be so much money. It was easily one of the best It was like my Black Friday, basically, as my small business. But no, we left that in the past. But I am curious, was there like a comment over all the comments that like stood out to you or that you read and that you were just like, what the fuck is this retard saying?
Not really, because you'd be surprised about how consistently they comment the same thing. Like these people don't have an original thought.
Yeah.
Like right, most of the comments were about you're white supremacist, fascist. They would group me and Sharon and Daniel and say that we're the minorities who are gonna get caught by ICE, or they're like.
Saw that. I was like, that's crazy. I'm like,
I
every one of these people could be profiled.
Yeah, and I'm like, I would greet them, I would shake their hand, and I would say you're doing some good work. Like I don't really get it, but some of them were based. A lot of them were also like upset about the fact checking. It was a lot of the liberal commentators liked the fat guy on the other side. They like if anyone,
so
I guess if he was the favorite. If there was a favorite on the anti-ICE side, it was him. I didn't see a lot of comments about the other three.
It's because he's a man, though. That's the only reason. They trust the man's opinion more than the woman's, probably. You ever see that one video? It's very random, but you ever see that one video of it's the Oscars, and they're giving out Best Director. And for the first time, there was one man and 5 women in the category, and the one man won. Like, they were like, for the first time, we have 5 women in the Best Directors category, and only 1 man. It's like, women can do anything. And then they read the winner, and it's the one guy. And it was, I don't know why I thought of that it's just like, it's so funny.
That's why they feel in the presidential elections. Hillary Clinton, first woman. Kamala Harris, first black woman. Like,
do you ever want to see a woman president or no?
No. I think men lead. I think men should lead. Men are designed for leading. Even me, I have my opinions, but I also like am gonna fully admit to like, I get like emotional. Like I get more anxious, I think, than the average man. I think that sometimes it's hard for me to like just kind of lead because like I worry too much in my own head. So, and I think that's very distinctly women. Women have the highest rate of anxiety compared to men. So, no, absolutely. I would not. I also don't think, for example, think of Putin. I don't think Putin would really like respect like America having a woman president. That's just
I
true.
love
Like,
you.
Putin is a sign of strength. We need a person who's a sign of strength, and there's no woman. Like, are you gonna get like a Joan of Arc like woman? That's like a one in a like 1,000 years kind of woman. That's not happening anytime soon.
Yeah.
Especially in this generation. So
Yeah.
no, get me a man in the White House. And am I a white supremacist? Because I wanted to be a white man. Because I'm guaranteed that a white man president, most educated, probably has lived in the country for a long time and has learned the history of the country, the culture, and maybe even like the Catholic undertones of the country. So many reasons why the president should be a white man. So many reasons.
Yeah. No, I think it should be white Christian men who are pretty much in all levels of government. I find it ridiculous to have they talk a lot, like there's a lot of really Jewish people in the government who always say we shouldn't allow Muslims to be in government. And I actually make the same argument about Jews as well. Because again, it's not a problem with like it's not a generalization of you look at everyone and they're all bad for the country. But I do think America is a Christian nation with Christian values and morals. And I think we should have our leadership show that. And I think having people like Randy Fine specifically. Randy Fine's a representative in Florida. He is a Jewish Zionist. He tweeted out a picture of a dead baby that Israel had killed, and he said, "Send me another one. This made me smile today." Like a dead infant. And it's like, that's just evil. That's not Christian values or morals. I want a real leader with real values and morals, and one whose moral compass isn't so fucked up.
Right. And I think you said it earlier, before I came on the show, I was watching about how in general, the Jewish belief is, they don't believe that Jesus Christ is God. And we do, and we follow Jesus's teachings, and they have a whole different kind of, I think, belief system. And ours is so rooted in Jesus that it does conflict. I kind of disagree. I think Islam and Christianity conflict more than Judaism, but I will say that
I think they do conflict a lot. I just think the only difference is at least they take him as a prophet. But I would say I put radical Islam and radical Judaism in the same categories, but I do agree. That's why I re-emphasized too, where I was like, I'm not pro-Muslim by any means. I was like, call them Talads, call them whatever you want. I don't give a shit. Because I get it. Sometimes it can come off sympathetic to Muslims when I say, well, at least they accept Jesus Christ. But it's a little bit of two things. One, it's a little bit of just being, not like a shock jock, but it's a little bit of just trying to like poke something at Israel for a second and poke something at that, where it's like, okay, you guys say you're our ally. You guys say all this, but at least they do it, and those are your biggest fucking enemies. At least they actually do that. So it's more just a shot at them, and it's also just to show how hypocritical they are, all in one swift motion. It's just so hypocritical of them to, like, vilify Muslims, but then if you say Israel's bad, that's anti-Semitic, but they can say, like, who do you want to kick out of the country, Muslims or dogs? It's like, okay, that's crazy.
Well, I think it's because, as you probably know, like, Israel, a relationship with them, the Jewish population, their influence on us, it's been rooted in our society way longer than, Muslim influence has been in the country. So I think it's a lot harder to, I guess, disavow that because they're so rooted in our culture. Like you said, like, our textbooks or whatever, our government, businesses.
Yeah.
Chat GPT, you just said that, Chat GPT. So
that's
it's
a crazy one, though.
Deeply ingrained that it's hard to kind of see what it'd be like without the Jewish influence.
I think I think the youth is like so off of it now compared to like what other generations went through. Like if you ask anybody who's anywhere from like 6th grade to high school, if you're like, what's your opinion on Israel or Jewish people? Like, they're going to give you some answers that you're like, holy shit, like, this is what the youth is saying? Like, what the fuck? And it is because of, if you read, like, the textbook thing, I think, was one of the biggest things. Kids stopped trusting their textbooks because as we learn more about Epstein and as, the internet expanded and TikTok and all this and people started getting red-pilled, you started to see people looking into like, oh, who's writing our textbooks? And then I figured out it's a company owned by Ghislaine Maxwell's father. So
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
Jeffrey Epstein's girlfriend's father, like it's all connected, and you're like, holy shit, okay. So a Mossad agent, a Jewish Israeli spy, was writing American textbooks that hyper focus on the Holocaust and anti-Semitism and all these things. And it's like, okay, like maybe there's an agenda here.
If you look at the AP government textbook, there's actually recent news. The AP government textbook, they did like the grid of, authoritarian, libertarian, the political grid. And it was saying just how like authoritarian, like, or a non-libertarian. It basically said that like one politician has only ever been a libertarian. The grid itself, I haven't looked it up, is absolute bullshit. But it's what they're teaching high schoolers in their AP government class. They're teaching it from this textbook. They're going to be answering questions with this textbook in mind as the proper answer, and it's not true because the school, like, this is why you don't do public school. I'm anti-public school.
Let's go.
Maybe this is a little, but I'm kind of personally nervous about my homeschooling ability. Like, I just think I'm gonna do a shit job. Again, woman brain. See, I'll say it.
Woman brain.
So like that's why like maybe I'll like put him in like Catholic school. That's an option.
Yeah,
but
definitely a good
I gotta get over my like, what if I can't teach my kid math or something?
They're coming out with so many different programs too that it's like, not that you want to just like sit your kid in front of a computer and be like, do this shit, but it's like they're coming out with so many programs that they're gonna have like homeschool programs that you could buy for like $50 a year. So I'd imagine that comes out shortly, if it's not already out. I haven't checked the market, but I'd imagine sometime sooner than later they will. But yeah, I think the school systems, it's corrupt, it's fucked up. I think the way they indoctrinate kids is awful. I think like two very specific things are really bad. Like one is the over feminization in schools. Like they don't allow boys to be boys. Like if boys are acting like what boys act and what men act like, they get punished for that. Like if you're like a bit loud, or if you're too energetic, or if you don't necessarily want to sit still for like 8 fucking hours, like you're punished for that. But it's like, you look at biologically what men have been trained to do and how we've evolved over time. And it's like, they're not meant to sit in that chair for 8 fucking hours. You are like punishing this child's brain by doing this. You're not helping it. And they need to let boys act like boys. And the other biggest thing for me is that they teach that and it all kind of comes back to a little bit like how the Holocaust is taught, but they teach people that if you're proud to be white, then that's a bad thing. You can be proud to be any race, but if you're proud of your whiteness, then it leads to Nazis inevitably. And it's like, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is absolutely like that. And even overall, so like, again, like I work at a school, I will say that for physical education, the standards for physical education have lowered since when I was in elementary school. So in terms of safety, there's way more safeguarding with the children in like physical education settings and recess than when I was, with the monkey bars, for example, or like little things like that. Now there's 10 pages of safety for the kids. PE classes, same thing. So in general, there's too much babying going on with our students that it is not preparing them for adulthood. Like, they can't read. They're in their 6th grade and they're in like 2nd grade reading level. You're not going to succeed in society, and that's why you need an intelligence test to be able to vote, because I don't want these kids growing up staying stupid and voting for the next president.
That's the thing, it's only getting worse. Like you just said, like literally there are schools of children who cannot read, cannot write well, can't do math, and we haven't had these problems before. Like we've had times where like, okay, you have like some people in a generation who aren't as good as the others, but like that's just normal. Now we've never had a point where we have entire schools, entire towns of people who cannot read, write, do math, and like that's all over Chicago. There's places in New York, similar thing. There's places all over the country facing these issues, and these people will be voting, like you said. Like they will be voting in just a few years, and that itself is horrifying.
But yeah, so I think that in the future, based on that, like I think the people are waking up. They're gonna come closer to private schools. They're gonna come closer to homeschooling, and sooner or later, public school is gonna be obsolete. At least that's my hope and dream. I don't know how true that's gonna be, but maybe the government can put public school money in some other part of society to make our lives better because they're not doing a very good job of that in the education.
Yeah, I mean, the more money we've used to fund schools, the worse schools have gotten over time. And I'm not saying there's like a direct correlation to like how much you spend versus that, but it is a correlation to like how many bureaucrats and how many middle management teachers you allow. Like, you shouldn't have 40 administrators in a school. Like, there shouldn't be 40 people who aren't teachers who are just there to like watch over teachers and like, I don't know. There's a lot of weird like roles in schools that shouldn't exist, and there should be more of a stricter guidelines on curriculum. They shouldn't be allowed to indoctrinate kids in the way they do. Like, I saw one thing where a kid had to do a report, a fourth grader, on like all of Kamala Harris's accomplishments. And it's like, I get a little bit like trying to get kids interested in politics, but like pick someone from history then. Like, don't pick like the last election's Democrat nominee. Pick George Washington, pick Thomas Jefferson, pick like a dead person from history who is not necessarily going to be affiliated like super far left, super far right in the divided way we are now. It just makes no sense. Indoctrination.
I mean, this last month was Women's History Month, and in my school, one whole classroom, all the women they chose were Black women. Like Michelle Obama, Kamala Harris, Serena Williams, Oprah. And that just off the top of my head. I'm like, okay, I'm glad it's Women's History Month, I guess. Not a single white woman, any woman that wasn't Black. Like I said, I live in Ebonics land, so
yeah,
you get the idea. And it just frustrates me.
They love to shove like the whole Black thing down your throat. Like, Black people and white people were exactly the same. It's like, okay, I would accept that if they acted the same. I would accept that if the crime levels were like even fucking close. Like, if you told me that like white people proportionally were committing a similar amount of crimes, I would be like, okay, like, it's just a human problem. But then you look at it very specifically, and then you look at the stats of like poor white kids, and then you look at the stats of poor Black kids, and it's like, okay, why are the poor Black kids underperforming in schools, math, writing, reading, compared to the white kids? Why are they committing twice, if not more, amount of crimes? Why are they always involved in, when you look at the crimes of like the white kids versus the Black kids, it's overwhelmingly murder, robbery, assault, rape, all these things. And then they want to tell you, they're like, oh no, these are white problems. White people, like CNN posted a thing where they're like, the most dangerous thing in this country is like a right-wing white man. And it's like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, that's statistically one of the safer demographics, actually. You fucking retard. It's just indoctrination, lying, and bullshit.
All right, I'm ready to give you a hot take that I don't think you've heard before.
Let's hear it. I love it.
I think there's two types of people, thinkers and doers.
Oh, I thought you were going somewhere else with that.
White people and Asian people, I think, are natural thinkers. And I think, again, naturally speaking, Hispanic and Black people are natural doers. I think from a young age, if we allowed, even from the youngest age, maybe some communities, some people to go towards a more apprenticeship route, again, even from the youngest age, yes, know your basic math, your basic reading, but carpentry, plumbing, HVAC. I actually think the Black and Hispanic community would thrive there if they were mentored and had the apprenticeship for it early on, and they would actually thrive as a community because they're doing something they're good at.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
They should be giving kids IQ tests about like 8 to 10 years old, because your IQ marginally will change from there. Like, by 10 years old, your IQ, if it's getting higher, it's getting a point higher. It's not getting much higher. Like, your IQ really doesn't change much over your life, even with a lot of learning. So they should be giving IQ tests to kids like 8 to 10 years old, and then literally like not forcing them into roles from there, but they should be like heavily guiding kids into like, okay, you have a fucking 80 IQ. Let's be realistic about what you can and can't do in this world. None of the like, oh, anyone can do anything. You could be president one day. It's like, no. Little Tyrone over there is a 78 IQ fucking retard. I promise you, if he was president, he would burn this country to the ground. Like, we don't need him as president. They need to give these kids IQ tests and then just start guiding them in the right direction from there. And that's something that's so simple, but it's missing. And it's like, I don't know why we don't do that.
People think that that's wrong. People think that that's, maybe like me, like putting them in a box, or like me saying that they're stupid. No, I'm saying I can't fucking do my plumbing. I can't fix my electricity. I can't build the table. You know who I think would be good at it? Black people. Like,
It is
and truly, like,
100%
we can
true.
just learn it.
It's like if you take lower IQ people and put them in lower skilled labor, like it's always going to be the easiest answer that nobody wants to say. And that's why I say it's like take the criminals and make them do things like this. Like if there's a shortage in any industry, they always talk about there will be a shortage in the farming industry and the hotel industries and like these certain industries. If we get rid of the illegals, it's like, okay, well, that's where the slave program comes into place. Take the worst criminals and you put them in those roles so the economy doesn't fall and we get free fucking labor out of it and we don't have to put any criminals to death. We can avoid the moral hazards of that within Catholicism. But people don't want to talk about that.
If a black person grew up in that apprenticeship program, this black guy can grow up and kind of lead the black like prison laborers. He would be the black correctional officer who's like, he's gonna be a black slave master.
The craziest thing is too is like the people who agree with me, like I love that you agree with me on this, but the people who agree with me the most, I almost rarely find like white people who are like, you know what, I love that fucking idea. But the people who love it the most are the non-violent blacks. Whenever you talk to a good black, you talk to one of them who's not violent, who has some decorum, some respect for the system and the community. They're always like, yeah, you know what? Like the people who ruin this for all of us is the bad blacks. Like the blacks who can't stop committing crimes are ruining my reputation just as a black man. Because like I said, it's like if 90% of your encounters are negative, people are going to be kind of soured to that people.
And it's really sad, but maybe one day our dream society shall come true where, I want the best for the black community. I think that the path to it is, as I've mentioned, setting them up for success in the fields that would be good for them. And they're never going to listen to it. They're never going to listen to it. But
you got my hat too.
What does that say? Oh, I can't say that out loud.
About the hat.
I can't say that out loud, but I can read.
The Myron Gaines hat. It's so funny.
I always wanted to go on Fresh and Fit. I don't know how to get on it. I would want to go on it, but I hear that Myron's kind of like, I don't know how you're going to take it. It's kind of like you. Like, he's going to try to rage bait me.
Oh,
but
yeah. But you would be like one of the, like, there's the thing. It's like, he has all the women on, but they're usually, it's kind of like Brian's where he's with whatever, where they're picking on the other girl. Like, he always has like a girl with him sometimes, Brian, and like that one girl's like agreeing with him, like it's one of the smart ones.
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, and then like you look at Myron Gaines and it's like it's so different because like all those girls are OnlyFans girls and Miami strippers and hookers and just straight trash. Like you're a married woman who's smart.
Yeah, I mean, I used to be a liberal, but no more. But I already know like that's gonna it always gets pinpointed in like whenever when I got onto whatever, and I'm guessing if I ever get on Fresh and Fit, it's gonna be like that. But I think that I could have a good conversation with Myron, but from again the people who I've talked to, I guess I've talked to him. It's been like even the ones who are conservative, he will like rage bait to make it more extreme. Like he'll take
Myron
something
definitely
I may
rage
say,
baits
like,
a lot.
Go further.
I like rage baiting a lot too. I love it. It's like one of my favorite things. I don't do it to people I like, but then when I like, I don't know. I don't know if you've seen my like Omegle streams that I've been doing recently.
I have.
It's all rage bait. That's all it is. It's like I just piss people off. Someone just commented. Okay, I think I know who this is. Joe Blow, is that you? He goes, dude's so racist. He calls people good blacks and bad blacks. But I think that's one of my buddies just trying to fuck with me. I don't know. It might not be. It might be somebody else. But if that's Joe Blow, what's up, buddy? How you doing? That's hilarious.
I mean,
my dog
true,
Delta's trying to tune in.
I had to hide my 3 cats in the bedroom. You might hear like the door, like where they're trying to like get out, but they would just come, and I can't have that.
She was just taking a nap. She just woke up and she's like, you know what? I'm gonna come stare at you while you fucking do your show. I'm gonna just stare at you.
That is such an adorable friggin' dog.
Oh, she's great. She's so cute. Okay. No, you're not jumping up though. Every time she does that, like I have my cord over here for my mic, she knocks the mic over. She gets hair on my suit because she's.
You should put Delta on your shows more.
She's on my show. She makes surprise appearances whenever she chooses. She sits on the couch watching me, and then every now and then she'll walk up with a toy or some shit and come right up to me. It's funny.
But yeah. Just to get back on the Jubilee, I just want to mention again
Yeah.
the prompt that will never be shown.
I know. I was
Like,
upset about that too. The Renee Nicole Good and the Alex Preddy, or which
yeah,
one?
yeah, that one. I don't know what the other one was.
I
If we
think they
ever
cut
got to
out
see
two, but
it.
I can't remember. I feel like there was two that got cut out, but maybe not. But
I,
the
s-
Alex
I
Preddy
sent you
was
the list.
crazy.
And I know it was a rather long prompt. So as in like we talked a long time about it, and I was even trying to see if they put any of our answers for that prompt in the earlier prompt, but I wonder if we can ask them to send us like the full footage. Would they
They
ever
won't
send that?
know. Because then you would post it. They would. They're so fucking stingy about everything. Like, even if you like read the reaction or the guidelines on like what you can and can react to,
Yeah.
it's like you have to have 70% of the screen not be the video. And it's like
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
so hyper specific. Like, nobody gives a fuck that much. Like, it's retarded. Like, I was in this video and you're gonna tell me how I can and can't react to it. It's like, suck my fucking dick. Like, the people at
I was
Jubilee,
thinking
I
of going
like that
back.
they give us a platform, but at the same time, they're all retards. Like, most of the employees there are fucking retarded.
Yeah.
The girl who did my interview was funny. She was kind of hilarious, I'm not gonna lie.
I liked her. Well, I don't know. I don't know if we had the same one, but she was like a
Big
darker.
black girl?
No, mine was skinny, but mine was like a darker skinned chick.
I guess I actually don't know if she was that. I think she had a fat face, but I don't remember. I didn't see her body, so I don't know. But
I
yeah,
take
she
offense
was
to
funny.
that.
She loved when I started talking about white replacement. I started like in the interview, she's like asking me questions, and I'm like, you know what? They're replacing white people. We are the founding stock of this country. I'm like,
Yeah.
and to be honest, you know, we should be offended the black people because they're coming for them too eventually. And she was like, I love you. She's like, I like you a lot. And I'm like, okay, here we go. Let's go. Let's go.
Uh,
The black
I
scene
might
in
be
Italian
going
will
back to
go crazy.
Jubilee.
Really.
I'm thinking of signing up for like the one that's coming up, like MAGA women, but I haven't been happy with the big guy's decisions this last few months, so I
Oh,
kind
that
of don't
doesn't
know if I.
matter. Like, I've seen ones where it's like 20 MAGA Republicans, and then like I look at the people and I'm like, I know all these people. None of them actually support Trump. Like, they're just on the right, and they're just there to get their voice out there. So don't feel bad about that part.
I mean, I might then. It's surrounded, so it's a little different. I haven't gotten a surrounded yet, but you know,
I was
maybe
supposed
if
to be on the far right surrounded, but I broke my arm and I didn't get to go on the Mehdi Hassan one.
oh they care. You couldn't go just because you broke your arm.
Well, it was I decided to cancel because like it was just too much. Like I had to go to doctor's appointments. I had like a sling. I couldn't wear a suit or anything, and it was just like, okay, this would be too much. But that episode blew up. It got like 30 million views. I should have went. That would have been good for me.
I
So
wish our episode would blow up. It probably won't blow up because
middle grounds
middle
don't
ground
blow up.
never gets, yeah, no, it's always surrounded gets blown up, and surrounded gets the follow-ups. Middle ground never gets the follow-up like Jubilee video.
Yeah.
I wish they did. I wish they did.
After
But
here's some inside knowledge that like I haven't even told my viewers this. This was crazy. After my first Jubilee appearance, there were like the 8 people who were on that one, including me, and we were all, you know, like we disagreed a lot, but we were all like very friendly with each other. Like that was kind of the difference. I didn't go as hard on them. Like I was a lot nicer to them, to be
yeah,
honest. I didn't call them sweetheart and shit. I was a lot nice. I actually did say to one of the girls' faces, I said, you and your whole family should be deported because she was an illegal immigrant herself and she decided to come on
yeah.
Jubilee. Thought it was crazy, but I told her she should be deported. They cut that out. But we all got on FaceTime after, all 8 of us, and we like recorded it, and we like had like a 3-hour conversation, like a post Jubilee like recap with all of us. And the person who was recording it didn't record audio, so the whole thing just got scrapped because there was no audio for 3 hours.
Oh no.
But it was like
Oh my
we all
God.
stay, like I still text half of them, even the people on the other side. Like the guy on the other
Yeah.
side, I've had him on the show 4 times. Like the people on this one,
Oh.
they wouldn't even touch my hand.
I think maybe when it kind of cools down, you know, maybe they'll come on.
I want to
I
have
would
either
like,
the fat white knight pussy or I want to have the bimbo, the sweetheart. She's the bimbo.
yeah.
That's how I refer to her now. She's the bimbo.
No crier, no crier.
The
Crier's not
crier,
allowed.
the crier, and the black chick. Sorry, back of the bus. Not for me. not gonna happen today. Not doing it. What would I gain from that? It's like if I debated the autistic girl, it would just be her crying the whole time again. And if I had the black girl on, I know she would just be such a cunt and like interrupting me, and like it'd be like, okay, silence, wench, silence, bitch. Someone
She didn't
goes,
talk as much in the show.
Do you
She talked way more later on,
well,
or
she was
actually like
consoling the girl the whole time. She's like, grabbing, she's like, it's gonna be, they were whispering in each other's ear. She's like, it's gonna be okay, sweetie. It's like, no, it's not. I'm coming for you. I'm still coming for
no,
you.
sweetie. Even girls, the girl can't call the other one sweetie or sweetheart to be
I know,
misogynistic.
sue me, right? It's crazy. I'm just doing what everyone else is doing out here. The one guy's like, that was inappropriate. It's like, okay, pussy. Okay, pussy.
Okay,
Like,
what about the waitress in the Southern diner who tells like the customer, "Here, have some tea, honey."
exactly. It's like
that's
they've never
Southern
been to
act- that's Southern
Georgia.
talk. Yeah,
They've never met an
they
Italian
know.
mom who calls everybody honey or sweetheart. Like,
Yeah, it's so crazy the way that they want to bend the truth to like just fit whatever narrative they want, but it is what it is, and I think maybe if I reach out, I might get some of them. I think it's because of you that they won't, but
they fucking hate me. I couldn't get them on my show. I mean, literally, like the girl I said, like, come on live stream. I said on any live stream if you want to do it on yours or mine, anytime, anywhere. And then she goes, I don't want to debate you again for your incel fans. And I was like, okay. Okay. That's how you get out of it.
do you think that because I don't know how you're gonna take this question, but because
I
of
don't
the way you debated, that it may be considered dishonorable and it has closed doors for you and how you like the other side would want to debate you. Like you're, you know,
No,
because they
not
didn't
really.
want
Like you close the doors with those people. Like, sure, they're never gonna want to debate me again. But like in the end, all those people are irrelevant to me. Like, I don't think like all this like debate back and forth, left and right shit's gonna matter in 20 years. Like, it's not gonna be left and right in 20 years. Like, sure, they'll still exist. Oh, JT, thank you. Let's go. You're the fucking man. Sure, it will exist, but it's not gonna be the prominent conversation anymore. It's just like, it's going to be America first and not America first. It's going to be like, do you want to put America first in every way? Are you a nationalist or are you not a nationalist? Like, that's what it's going to turn to eventually. And sure, there will still be the left-right divide a little bit, but it's left and right is getting more and more relevant every year. Like, people who are young don't give a shit about, like, Republicans and Democrats. They're liberals or conservatives. They, like, hate the establishments themselves of, like, the DNC and the GOP. Like, they hate it all.
I kind of have an opposite opinion where I just think the trend is both parties will still exist. It'll just become more and more divided, and then eventually
Oh, I
anarchy will
think they'll
happen.
exist. I just don't think it will be like the major debate. Like, I think when we have the debates, it's going to be less about like, oh, the left wants this, the right wants this, and the rhetoric I think is just going to be more like this anti-American piece of shit wants this, and this like, you know, nationalist Nazi wants it. Like, that's how they're going to be talking. It's going to be like nationalist or not nationalist from my, I don't know. I could be wrong for sure. That's where I think it's trending. But I also, yeah, I'm not worried about it like closing doors of like debating liberals. It could have closed the door with Jubilee, but at the same time, like, I think it would close the door for middle ground, not for surrounded, which again, like, I don't think I'd ever go, like, not that I wouldn't want to, but it's like, it's not
Debate
worth it
Dean
to do.
Withers.
I've done
Debate
it.
Dean Withers.
I've done it
They
on
even
TikTok.
comment that.
I've done it on TikTok, and it's just like, it's not even fun. Like, I did it a while ago, and the reason it sucks is like, you have to wait there for like an hour just sitting in the fucking queue listening to him debate all the other retards first. Then you finally get up there, and the whole time, like, you start talking and he presses your mute button. And it's like, okay, like, this is just the most retarded debate. I debated him once about, we debated about abortion. We debated about January 6th. We talked about Epstein. We talked about a couple different things. But it wasn't even like that interesting, to be honest. It was just like us both bitching at each other. Like, it wasn't even a good debate. But I don't know. I like doing Jubilee. The problem for me is it's just expensive. Like, it costs like $1,200 round trip, hotels, Ubers, food, all that, and they pay $50. And you want to hear the craziest thing? They sent me my check. I just got it, right? Just got the check. They spelled my fucking name wrong, so I can't cash it. It's like I can't even get $50. I can't even, like, I'm just that like poor black at the back of the bus who was just getting shit on. They are giving me nothing.
Well, they were supposed to mail me mine too, but then they sent me a link to sign up for some like electronic way to receive it. So I just did it that way. You should have read your email more.
I didn't get that email. I don't know what they're on. I think they just hated me. I think they spelt it wrong on purpose. I think
I
think
mean, I
they
don't know if you can
truly
say it out
hated
loud,
me.
but your last name's a little difficult to spell, even on the top of my head. It sounds Greek, by
Paschalides,
the
yeah.
way.
It is
I
Greek.
thought you were Greek, not Italian. Okay.
I'm way more Italian than I am Greek, but I do have a Greek last name. I'm like 80% Italian though.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, cause like I was confused only because I was told, again, I don't know, I'm not a big groiper, but I was told most groipers aren't actually like fully white. Like they're like partially white or something, like not fully, and I'm
Most of
like,
it is
they're the least
European
white
descent.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I had sent someone like, your channel or art and all that, and they were like, "How white is he?" And I'm like, "I know his last name's kind of Greek. It's like that's like the darkest white people."
Yeah. I do get tan. I do get crazy tan. I get crazy tan. But yeah, no, I mean, when Greeks and Italians came here, they weren't considered white for sure. But I think European heritage is what holds part of what holds the Groiper movement together above other, like a lot of other things. But I think that's how we view it. Like, I view America as an extension of the Roman Empire, and I don't view the Roman Empire as dead. Not only America is an extension of it, but I think the Catholic Church is the Roman Empire. Like, all the money from the Roman Empire is sitting in the Vatican right now, and I think that's one of my stronger arguments for it. But I do think like this is like the Groiper movement is its own extension of the Roman Empire within America. But I think Europeans, I don't know. I think some of the best parts of America is that it is an extension of like what Europe was in some ways, and like I think some of the stuff we're losing there is part of why America's falling. Like the overdiversity, the multiculturalism, like that's partially where we're losing it. The architecture we're losing, the culture with music and art, like we're losing all that as well, which is
It's
sad.
become so degenerate. I'm so sad about modern music. I'm so sad about modern art. Whenever I go to a museum, and I friggin' love museums, I can't even go to like those floors that's like modern art because it's disgusting. Like it's like a
retarded.
splatter. It's like, what is that? Like, I took classes on like Renaissance art, and there was so much meaning, so much like dimension, so much everything. Like I could also go on about old time art too, but
Yeah, you
it's
just
such
look
a
at like even the
degeneracy of our
Sistine
modern
Chapel.
nation.
Like you just look at something like that and you're like, holy, like that's incredible. Like that is art, that is beauty, that speaks an infinite amount of words. And then you look at like you said, like a splat on a page that some guy fucking did that maybe looks like he like shit purple. And it's like, okay, like is someone's paying 100 grand for this? It's like, did he also pay 100 grand for someone to fucking fuck his wife? Like what is this? Like, it is just garbage. It's trash.
Yeah, maybe I should have lived in the Roman Empire, but then I don't know how I would have been treated. Well, but I think women have it better now. Maybe women these days won't agree, but I'll say that women have it better now than ever before, and I think women are,
women act more oppressed
fucked
now,
up.
but they've never had more rights. It's crazy to me. And it's like, I'm not a person, like, I'm very critical of women, but I'm not a person who's like, take all women's rights away. Like, by no means.
Just repeal the
only
19.
Only voting. That's the one I want to take away for sure. And maybe driving. I don't know.
I actually don't know how to drive. I actually have someone just drive me everywhere.
Every woman knows how to drive until she hits a curb, and then it was never her fault. That curb just came at her out of nowhere. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's also like, you look at you remember when that helicopter hit the plane over Baltimore or DC or where was that? And like 180 people died like 2 years ago?
Maybe I do.
Female
maybe
pilot,
that.
of course. Female pilot, of course.
That's just the DEI and the air transportation industry. There's like a whole news on it. Like it's like a long-standing pattern. The DEI with pilots and all that.
I mean, I'm with
Even
Charlie
again,
Kirk on that one. Like, I legitimately mean this. If I walked on a plane and I saw a black female pilot, as long as I'm not going to like a funeral, like the birth of my kid, I'm getting off that plane. Like, it's not worth my life. It's like, maybe she could fly. Can she land? Probably not. Can she land? If she can't park a fucking car, what you're telling me she could land this fucking 747? Like, no.
Women brain and men brain are different because women, for example, may have better memory, but they have worse spatial awareness. Obviously, when you're driving, spatial awareness is incredibly important.
And the will to live, like the survival instinct of it. Like, I'm not even worried about like a regular landing. Like, to be honest, like, can most female pilots probably pull off a regular landing? I'd imagine so, or maybe they wouldn't be pilots. Like, maybe they're not the greatest, but they're probably not crashing every time they land. But where it does become a problem to me is like, okay, what about if there's a lot of turbulence or a lot of wind on the way down? What if there's a bird strike? What if you lose an engine? Like, how is this black female going to handle that pressure and stress? Because I've seen black females under stress. It's not fun. It's not a productive, like, thing to watch. You watch it and you're like, okay, this is like Planet of the Apes. Like, this is ridiculous. I cannot imagine them handling that situation. So yeah, if I ever had one, I would be legitimately scared and probably get off the plane if I wasn't going somewhere like I needed to be. I don't know.
It's kind of like having a white person or a white man as a president. It's kind of the same thing. You want someone with that way of thinking.
Yeah.
When even if there's thinkers and doers, even in the thinker side, there's different types of thinking, and and I guess people need to kind of understand their lanes. And in
I
all
want
honesty,
like a high IQ, aggressive risk taker as my pilot. Like, to be honest, like I want a guy who's like, when shit's hitting the fan and the plane's gonna crash, I want a guy who's gonna take a risk to possibly save it all. I want a guy who's actually gonna think ahead of time and like an ADHD guy who's gonna fucking plan out every scenario before the plane even takes off. Like, I want something like that. No, probably not ADHD as a pilot, but I don't know, maybe. I want an old white guy. I want Sully as my pilot. 10 out of 10 times. I want an old white cracker as my pilot. Nobody else. And here's the thing, too. It's not just about not wanting women to vote. I also don't want a lot of men to vote. Like, that's a big thing. Like, a lot of men are too stupid to fucking vote. Way too many of them. So I really think, like, they need to redo how they do the draft. They need to redo how they do voting laws in general. And I really think you need to make it like property owning or high IQ or military service men. Like that like only. Like all the people who contribute nothing to society and don't risk anything, it's like I don't want you voting. I have no interest in it.
So even women who, let's say, pass the IQ test and whatever test, you still don't think those women should vote?
I think you can maybe make an argument. Like, I would be willing to have that debate. Like, because
you said you would give me the right to vote. I saw that.
I would give you the right to vote. I would give you my right to vote if I could. Because you're smart enough. I would personally give you mine.
Like, if other women like took a test and was just smart enough.
I would want it to be more than an IQ test. And same thing for the men. I would want like I would want a test to see like how willing are they to put emotions to the side and think about like what's good and what's not, like, and leave emotions completely out of it. Because that's a big thing for me. Because like IQ is huge. But at the same time, like, are you able to Jesus. I can't fucking speak. Compartmentalize your emotions. Are you able to compartmentalize your emotions, and are you able to actually just think logically for a moment? Are you able to think like what is going to lead to the best outcome, not like what's going to make me happiest? Because well, that's the biggest problem with liberals is they always think about like what's going to make everybody happy, and not what's going to make everybody happy, but what's like accepting, what's nice, what's this, and they don't think about like, okay, what is going to make America last as long as China? China's lasted for thousands of years. We're alive 250 years. Our country is a very short-lived empire, and it could die at any time. We're 38 trillion in debt. We've never had more division in the country, and I don't see a clean way out of it without going like the full America first route. And the liberals, they are not able to think like, okay, what's best for the longevity of the country? They can only think about like the here and now and like what's gonna make this like black Somalian retard happy. It's like I don't fucking care about him, to be honest.
Early Luring Center. It always gets me. The Early Luring Center. Did you see like, so other than the child care centers that they're now like doing fraud with regards to like hospice in California?
Yeah. Did you see the Stop Nick Shirley Act?
Yes, I did see that.
Crazy. They're literally trying to make a law making citizen journalism about fraud illegal in California. It's like, that's the biggest, like, if you're the people in California on the left and the right, you should be like openly, like, they protest all the time. There should be a big protest about that, but there won't be. There should be. It's just so crazy to me.
I hope that shit doesn't pass. I don't know what actually happened there.
It won't. It's just like the woman who wrote it's a complete bitch. He even pressed her. He even like followed her to her car and he was like asking her and she refused to answer a question. Just so crazy. She played dumb the entire. She's like, I don't even know what you're talking about. He's like, you made a bill named after me. you don't know what I'm talking about. He's like, I'm him.
Oh,
So crazy. Ugh. But
well,
it was fun having you on. I really like here. Last thing before we go, tell me your favorite moment of the entire thing. Favorite thing that you saw of yourself, or favorite moment from the entire thing before
we
you
have a
hop off.
couple, and it's always like the little clips of like me doing like a gesture. When he was talking about how like were you gonna reconcile that with your faith or whatever, and you're like, my faith believes that, and I'm like,
Yeah, that was
like,
great.
and I'm like, God believes me.
That was
And
great.
that was great. And it was the expression that you and I had when that same guy was talking about how Donald Trump with his white supremacists, and as soon as anytime I think we ever heard the word white supremacist or fascist from the other side,
Laughed.
a facial expression would just come on my face that I can't control. Like, it's like I can't control it. Like, if you sound stupid, I'm gonna look at you like, fuck are you what the fuck are you saying? Like, if or when I was like laughing, smiling because that dumb bitch was crying.
That
Like,
was
I can't
crazy.
make my facial expressions. So every time like I made a facial expression and it was just perfect, it made me laugh. That was it. That was perfection. That was perfection.
I would say it's one of my top moments too, but thank you for coming on the show, Enya. It's always a
Wait, what
pleasure
was
to have
your
you
number
on.
one moment?
My
Your
number one
number one.
moment, when she asked me, are you a misogynist? And I said, you call me whatever you want to call me. I don't give a shit. And then that
Looks
whole
at the guy.
moment
Are
was
you
just
gonna
so
call
funny.
him a
She's like,
sweetheart too?
is he a sweetheart? I'm like, I don't know. It's LA. He might be. I haven't asked him. I haven't
I
asked
didn't
him.
even hear that. I'm so glad I was there. That was actually hilarious.
I think that was my favorite moment. And Jubilee clipped it on their channel thinking like, oh, we got this guy. We got him. We're going to cancel him as a misogynist. It's like, you don't realize canceling doesn't work. Like, I'm a show who's funded by like Spotify and my viewers. Like, like they love what I say, actually. I remember I was on a You Mingle thing the other night, and I was talking about like race mixing, and I was like, you know what, like if you want your kids to look like you and your grandkids to look like you, like it's better to marry within your race. If that's not important to you, then like who cares? And the one girl just goes, you just lost all your viewers. And I'm like, you're retarded. I'm like, if anything, I just gained a new one. Like, if you think anybody's hearing me say something like racist, borderline, whatever, and like tuning out, it's like, okay, like I don't want them watching my show, and they're probably retarded. It's just crazy.
No, they're just low IQ.
They are.
So,
They are. But I loved having you on the show. The people fucking love you. I mean, like literally
thank
everybody in the
you.
live chat loved you across all the different platforms. So thank you for coming on. Leftist here. Let's go. Is that who sells that? Is that Daily Wire?
Yeah.
Daily
They're
Wire.
my main show
The
I watch,
Israeli
yeah.
Wire.
Yeah.
The Israeli
I
Wire
don't
with
listen
Ben
to Ben
Shapiro.
Shapiro. I swear to God, it's more Matt Walsh and Michael Knowles.
I love Matt Walsh. I love Matt Walsh so much. I think that, let me ask you this before we sign off. Last question.
Yeah.
Do you think if Matt Walsh left the Daily Wire, his viewership would like 3x, or do you think it's better on the Daily Wire? I think he'd be 3x as an independent.
I think definitely 3x simply because of how Brett Cooper and Candace Owens have succeeded beyond.
I love
beyond.
Brett Cooper.
So
Holy.
Me too.
Beautiful. No, she's awesome. I love her.
She's beautiful.
She's
And she's and she's like a farmer girl. She's like,
yeah. I didn't like the way she looked at clavicular, but you know, that's a whole different story. Do you know what clavicular is?
Yeah, the guy who recently overdosed the meth addict with the
Yeah.
jawline. Yeah.
He's,
I heard about
people's
Brett
champion.
Cooper and clavicular and like some look that she gave. I didn't see it,
She
though.
looked at him in a way that if my wife looked at a man, I'd beat the fuck out of her. Crazy look. But I'm just kidding. But I'm gonna let you go. I know you gotta go. It was fun talking to you. Thank you so much. And anytime you want to come back on, I'm sure me and you are gonna stay in contact. Let me know. I very appreciated. You're like the star of this show right now. So
Thank you
love
so
having
much.
you on.
I really love talking about all my hot takes. I probably have more.
Anytime you want to share them, I'm here. But thank you so much for your time today. You're the best, Enya.
Thank you. Bye.
Let's go. What a W. What a W having Enya on. I thought that was a huge W. I don't know what you guys thought. Someone said W, Enya. Let's go. Someone goes, LOL. Watch the Jubilee show today. I don't agree with everything you guys said, but I think you did a pretty good job. I think so too. What didn't you agree with that I said? Because I said a lot of good shit, but it's fine, you know. You don't have to agree with everything. That's completely fine. A lot of people don't agree with everything. That's, that's its own thing. Let's see. Let's go on to the comment section. That's going to kind of wrap up our show for the day. I was thinking about doing the U Mingle today, but maybe we'll do that tomorrow. I'm not feeling, I don't know. My Red Bull's wearing off. I'm getting a little bit tired right now. But okay, we're going to go into our comment section. Please remember to like, smash the follow button, leave a comment. We read all the comments at the end of each show. Rate the show 5 stars on Spotify. Follow me on X, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, Rumble, whatever platform you are watching on. Join my Telegram channel by scanning the code up in the corner. And check out our merch store, autv.shop. Okay, I don't have that sized right, but you guys get the fucking gist of it. autv.shop, hats, sweatshirts, shirts, all the fucking stuff. But okay, we got comments from 2 different episodes to get through, so holy shit. To be honest, if there's retarded comments, I'm not going to read them. I'll skip over the dumb ones. Okay, let's go. Here we go.
Goated.
Thank you. Yeah, goated, right?
You sound like you're upset that the average IQ and average dick size is higher in Canada, lol bitch.
Canada's a third world shithole. So, like, who cares? Like, how is it getting raped by Indians in your country? Just curious. How's that going?
Redhead girl is arguing the government should only hire people who agree with it. Does she realize that? It's a violation of free speech, lol.
Yeah, she's a retard. They all were retards on that side.
Happy 4/20.
Happy Hitler's birthday. Happy birthday to the Austrian painter, right? Happy birthday to you. It wasn't 6 million, but 271.
That man on the opposing side definitely lets other men have sex with his wife.
Yeah, I would guarantee that, actually. Jamin comes to his defense. Here's Jamin's response.
What makes you say that? Because he values his wife's opinions? Valuing your wife's opinions makes you more of a man, not less of a man.
Shut the fuck up. Makes you more of a man. No, that guy definitely sits in the cuck chair while his wife gets railed by Tyrone.
These people are so retarded. Every time an illegal crosses, there's a chance they can commit crime against Americans besides coming here illegally. Closing the border is the easiest way to prevent harm towards Americans.
Someone goes, "Where's your wife, James?" That's not my wife. She's got a wife.
Illegal immigrants give us a net economic output. Deporting all of them would make the economy struggle. Since the economy would be struggling, the middle class would be struggling. And people who are struggling are statistically more likely to commit violent crimes. So no, deporting all illegal immigrants isn't the easiest way to prevent harm towards Americans. It makes it more probable. Don't agree with me. Prove me wrong.
Okay, I'll prove you wrong. Let's deport them and let's do my slave labor idea. Take the most violent criminals and make them do those jobs. If Americans don't take those jobs, the jobs that are left, we then take the violent criminals and we make them do it. There you go. Solved it. And it's cheaper.
They take up our government resources that give them aid like money and housing, etc., which could all go to homeless or just Americans in general. And no Americans will work these jobs that illegals work so long as you give them a fair wage. Now prove me wrong, if you can without your littered logic.
W. Hunter.
Also, every murder and rape and theft that's caused by these illegals can be prevented by closing the border. Just to add to my point.
Yeah, W. I'm not going to read all the fucking arguments. Like, there's like 6 more messages. I'm not going through all the arguments. It's just no interest in it, if I'm being honest. But W. Hunter, L. Jamin. Oh, Groiper's mom joined the chat. What's up, Groiper's mom? Love you, sweetheart. Hope you're having a great day. But yeah, because we have comments from 2 episodes. I have like 100-some comments I'm going to do. I'm not fucking doing all the little art shit.
You did great, but they didn't cry like you claimed 3 weeks ago unless they cut all that out.
Yeah, they cut it all out. I mean, hopefully me and Enya talked about that a little bit. Hopefully you get it from there. But yeah, they cut it all out. Like 70% of it was them talking. They cut it, and when we were filming, we were the majority of the people who were talking on our side. So they edit it in such a shitty way, but it's like, even when they edit it in that way, I still come out winning. It's crazy.
Finally, I've waiting for this to come out for a while.
Yeah.
Hearing that commie guy with the beard saying mass and illegal immigration is an invented problem makes me want to throw up.
Dude, that guy's a pussy. That guy sits in a cuck chair.
As a slightly left-leaning person, these people were dumb as she.
Yeah, I mean, they were all dumb as shit. Sorry. I'm tired. I was spacing out for a second. I was like thinking about what you were saying, started spacing out. Let's go. All right, here, let's go on with the comments.
Connor would be proud. James face with tears of joy. Good shit, way to rep AF.
Connor would be proud. Connor would be proud.
You should have be more extreme. Your slavery proposition. If you're an illegal alien or a violent criminal, you are now a slave and can go make shoelaces or something.
Yeah.
You destroyed them.
I thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, and then the rest of it is here. We'll read one of Jamin's responses, but like it's all just retarded shit.
James, you didn't destroy anyone. You were the one that got destroyed. And the PPL you were debating were dumb AF. You had to resort to several false statements, such as saying Alex Preddy's gun misfire even with no proof. And you had to resort to tactics such as saying sweetheart so you could avoid the argument. Again, you groypers will always be seen as nothing other than a pathetic joke.
What argument did I avoid by saying sweetheart? She said, people don't die in jail, and I said, they die in jail, sweetheart. I don't think I avoided any argument. That's just retarded. Alright, here we go.
Shave the mustache. I promised you'll pull more hose and whiffy material with a clean-shaven face, or if you want to rock some facial hair, grow a chin strap.
Yeah, the guys say that in the comments, but then all the girls, whenever I fucking get rid of my mustache, are like, where'd the mustache go? It's like, okay, like, why am I taking advice from the men on that? when the women are you're like, you'll get fucking your wife, you'll find your wife if you shave your mustache, and then the women are like, ew, you look chopped the second I get rid of the mustache. Someone said, regarding the Jubilee show, I think your opinions might be a bit extreme, haha, which I honestly feel made them respect you more because I don't think they were as prepared as... None of them were as prepared as me. All the people on that side were truly retarded. Like, I'm the only one who will be honest about anything because those people aren't honest about anything. They don't have an original thought. That's the difference between me and them. They repeat talking points. I don't need to repeat the MAGA talking points because the MAGA talking points are retarded. They're like, fuck them. I don't agree with those either. We need to be further right than that because MAGA is gay. MAGA is gay. To quote Candace, MAGA is fake and gay.
Best way to rage bait yourself for an hour. Watch a Jubilee video where 95% of the PPL they platform are complete idiots. Someone actually said that ICE is the 13th most powerful military in the world in that vid.
See, you're retarded as well because, like, you're trying to say, like, oh, they're so wrong. She was wrong, but in the opposite way that you're thinking. What she was saying, where she was wrong as she phrased it, it is, like, the 8th biggest funded military in the world. Like, or it would be. Like, if it was a military unit, it would be the 8th biggest funded military unit in the world. So... that's what she was trying to say, which, to be honest, I'm cool with as long as they actually get deportations, but they're not, which is like, you know, it's kind of gay. Why are we spending $150 billion for them not to get deportations? That's the thing. It's like, people are like, oh, Trump and ICE are doing too much. I'm like, they're not doing enough. Like, they have had less than 1 million deportations so far. I want 10 million people the fuck out of this country. I want 50 million people the fuck out of my country. I want to start denaturalizing people. Like, and they're over there like, oh, we're also... pro-legal immigrant, like, fuck that. Not pro-legal immigration either. Fuck legal immigration as well. We don't need it in this country anymore. Maybe at a time we did, but we do not anymore.
My main problem with ICE is that I think they should focus more on people with violent criminal records. Under Obama, approximately 20% of those detained had violent criminal records. Under Trump, that number is only around 5%.
Who fucking cares? I don't want them in my country regardless, so I don't care.
Yay. Glad to have a show on the weekend. I like to listen when I work weekends, and I always run out LOL. Hope you're having a great Sunday.
Alright, we're not... I was, like, looking at all the responses to this comment. I'm not fucking reading all of them out. It's literally just all Jamin bitching and moaning and crying. He's like, we should give every single illegal immigrant a full trial. It's like, you fucktard. That would bankrupt the country, and it would take 100 fucking years. No, sorry, not gonna do that. Not gonna do that, you fucking retard. Like, it's just so stupid. Someone goes, but please don't call them retarded. I think their heart is in the right place, but their mind is just not filled with the fact. No, they're still retarded. They're still retarded. I'm not, please don't call them retarded. No, they're complete fucking retards. They're actually the dumbest bitches I've ever talked to. Those 3 women were the 3 dumbest foids I've ever spoken to. And that guy was a white knight pussy, and he definitely sits in the cuck chair as his wife gets railed. That guy was the gayest bitch I ever talked to. Crazy.
Other than the bell curve, can you give me a few more books to read? I'm trying to learn more.
Yeah, I mean, it depends what you want to read about, but off the top of my head, I'll give you a few. I mean, 48 Laws of Power is like a very obvious one, but that's a good one. Pinheads and Patriots is a good one. The Israel Lobby is a great one. Spy Fail is a great one. I don't know, there's some good ones. I'm sure I'll put together a reading list one day and I'll like give it to you guys. But I think that's enough to start right there. That's a good list to start with. And I would also encourage to read some stuff on the other side just to hear how these people are talking. I do that as well. Like, I read Kamala's book. It was shit, but it's like, you kind of got to read certain things so you can know how the other side's thinking.
Did you hear about the Lone Star ticks? It's not getting a lot of news thanks to Iran, but it's turning people vegan. I would rather die than be vegan.
I did hear about that. You get bit by a tick and you can't eat meat anymore. You become allergic or some shit. Pretty crazy.
Fatigue has never been this high.
I know. My black fatigue is through the... I've never had more black fatigue. Like, to be honest, like, every time I pick up my Xbox controllers and I put on my headset, I'm like, I'm about to experience it. I'm about to experience it in real time.
Do groypers see themselves in the tradition of early 20th century European reactionaries, or did they just enjoy Hitler jokes when they were edgy?
I don't know. Maybe a mix of both and none at the same time. Like, I don't know. That's a weird fucking question to be. Yeah, I don't think it's one or the other necessarily. I think there's a range of different groypers. I don't think it's like... I don't know. I know a lot of groypers, and most of them have 99% of all the same views, but they differ on, like, some views and, like, what they find funny, what they don't. So, I don't know. I don't think there's any one universal thing. It's not a great question, though. It's not a bad question. It's just a fucking weird one. Anyway, here's the last comments. It's Jamin now to end it off. Enya just goes, thank you, James. Great show. We love you, Enya. Enya, we fucking love you.
Do you think it should be legal to resist unlawful arrests? Cause apparently in some states it's illegal to resist unlawful arrests, and that's kinda BS.
No, I don't think you should really be able to resist. Obviously, there needs to be like some oversight to unlawful arrest, but at the same time, it's like resisting only puts your life and their life in danger. When you're being apprehended by a cop, and again, here's the thing. It's like, if you get wrongly arrested by a cop, like, that's the worst thing in the world for them and their unit. They are going to get sued out the ass. If you just comply, if you act right, and you just let them fuck up, you will become a millionaire overnight. It is truly that simple. And I'm not telling people go sue your local, like, I'm not trying to encourage that. But my point is like, the people who, like, freak out, and they're like, get a video of this, and they're screaming, like, cunt, cock, asshole, like, the whole fucking 9 yards at the cop, like, telling them they're gonna rape their wife and shit, like, that's not helping your case at all. You want to win a lawsuit, you want to, like, actually, you want to stop them from making unlawful arrests, sue them. That will stop them. Financial pain will stop them. The social pressure that nobody gives a shit about anymore, it's not going to fucking help you. Like, so, like, no, I don't think people should be resisting in that way. I don't. That's retarded. I think the only time, like, you should resist is on some level is, like, if they show up to your door and they try and arrest you over free speech, like, that's something where it's like, okay, that's a little bit different. That's where it would become, you know, like a huge constitutional problem where it's like, I wouldn't be shocked at somebody shooting an agent for coming to their door with that. And I'm, again, not endorsing that, not saying don't shoot a fucking, don't do that. But my point is like that would create an interesting question. But like the question of like, oh, should I resist if I'm not guilty? It's like, no, people who aren't guilty get arrested all the time. That's why you're given the presumption of innocence. Because not everyone who gets arrested is guilty. It's just, I shouldn't have to explain this to you. You are a high schooler. You should know this.
There's no way Trump could sit in a church for 1 hour and listen to someone praise someone else who isn't named Donald Trump. Not buying that load of she lol.
I didn't even listen. There's no way Trump could sit in a church for 1 hour and listen to someone praise someone else who isn't named Donald Trump, not buying that load of shit. Yeah, I don't even think it's like maybe it's egotistical why he's not, but I think it's just because he is a crypto Jew.
But how do you get rage baited when I use slang words? How does this unk get rage baited when I'm not even trying to rage bait this fool?
Yeah, I mean, it's just fucking retarded. It's like you talk in like Ebonics and then you get... what the fuck's going on? Why does my thing just keep scrolling back up to the top? I'm trying to get to the next comment. I'm trying to fucking think. Get to the next comment. It's not letting me. Did we get all of them? Was that all of them? Oh, I missed one. Here we go.
Why do you have to be such asshole to the people on Umingle?
Because they're retarded. Because, like, A, it's trolling, B, it's funny, and C, they're retarded. That's why. But okay. That's it. That's going to be the entire show for the day. I'm a little bit tired. I'm going to sign off for the day. We'll be back tomorrow on Tuesday with another show. Hope you guys tune in. Hope you guys are fans of the show. Thank you for tuning in if you did tonight. Please remember to like, smash the follow button, leave a comment. We read all the comments at the end of each show. Rate the show 5 stars on Spotify. Follow me on X, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, Rumble, whatever platform you're watching on. Join my Telegram channel by scanning this code up here. And make sure to check out our merch store, autv.shop, autv.shop. To get your hats, sweatshirts, quarter zips, t-shirts, whatever the fuck you're looking for, we got it. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys do have a blessed day, a blessed night, and I will see you guys tomorrow on Tuesday. Thank you.
You have the love of humanity in your hearts. You don't hate, only the unloved hate, the unloved and the unnatural. Soldiers, don't fight for slavery, fight for liberty. The 17th chapter of St. Luke is written, the kingdom of God is within man, not one man nor a group of men. But in all men, in you the people have the power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then in the name of democracy, But I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew,